everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Muriel. This is As Told by Muriel, and finally today, y'all, I am here to break down the classes for Claflin University. It's a HBCU located out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. This is a school that I attended for my RN-BSN totally online program. This school, the RN-BSN program, is a 10-course, 8 weeks each course program. You can start it in January or you can start it in August. If you do it straight through, it will run you exactly the equivalent of 3 semesters of a regular program. My first set of courses started in January and they were completed in March. There were 2 courses. My second 2 started in March. You only get a weekend break in between. So your first 8 weeks will end like on a Friday, and then Monday you're enrolled in the next set. That next set went from March till May. I decided to do the summer. You can opt out of doing the summer. I decided to do the summer. The summer started, I actually had, I think it was a 2-week break between the spring and summer course. So the next course started in June. I believe it started in June and it went through the beginning of August. And then the next course started towards the end of August until October, and then October to December. So y'all, I'm going to break down the courses the best that I can. For some reason, I could not access my first 6 courses. And I had a new laptop. Some of y'all may not know my son, he broke my last laptop. So my syllabi for the first 6 courses, I could not find. So I got with a student who is currently enrolled, and I got her to email me the syllabi for the courses that, the first 6 set that I had. Now, one thing I'm gonna say about this program, because I just found this out myself, is I thought the track that I was on was the way the tracks were set up for everyone. But in talking to the student who sent me the syllabi for these other courses, she is actually taking some courses now that I took at the end of the program. So the courses that I just completed, the last 2 sets of courses that I completed, she is actually enrolled in one of those courses now, and she is only in her 3rd set of 8-week courses, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to kind of, I'm going to try to do it in the way that the courses were set up for me, but just knowing going forth that this is not set in stone, the order the courses will be assigned to you. And I'm thinking it's because maybe certain courses are only offered certain times with certain instructors, because like the instructor that did one of my courses, which was my nursing informatics, she is also an instructor for another course. I can't remember what it is, but she is also the instructor for a different course along this same program, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna make this too long, but let me jump into it. So like I said, it's 10 courses, and I'm looking over here at my laptop because, like I said, my fellow, one of my fellows, friends here, she actually is enrolled in the course now, and she sent me some of the syllabi. So the program, I'm going to start with Nursing 310, which is, this Nursing 310 is Role Transition Baccalaureate Role Development course. This was one of my first 8-week courses. Let me see what's required in this course. In all of the courses, there are discussion boards that are due. A discussion board is the instructor will put up a discussion at the beginning of the week, and she will have this discussion posted on Monday. We had to have our first discussion post posted on Wednesday. By Friday, we needed to have 1 reply to a student, a fellow peer, and by Sunday, we had to have a second reply. On your original post, which would be your main post, you have to have 2 peer-reviewed professional references, and it has to be reflective of the main post. On your replies, you just need 1 peer-reviewed or professional reference. So my strategy, in the beginning of the course, I was following along with, in all the courses, I would start out following along with their strategy. I would have my first post by Wednesday, my first reply by Friday, and then my second reply by Sunday. But I found out going forth that it was better for me to not be doing things last minute. So when the post was first initiated on Monday, I would have my first main post posted by Tuesday. I would read the discussion question, and then I would think about, okay, where do I want to go with my main post? What do I want to, focus on? How do I want to answer this? And once I figured out what I wanted the answer to be, I would then go search for articles pertaining to what I want my answer to be. And my answer was always based off of personal experience for me working in the nursing field. Like, it would, like, I don't want to go into what, because I don't think we can actually read the questions, because a lot of the discussion questions are actually in the syllabi for the whole 8 weeks, what each discussion question is going to be for the following weeks. But I would think, okay, so if it was asking me something about, like in a multicultural class, it would ask me differences in healthcare practice between this culture and this culture. From things that I knew just from being a nurse and stuff, I would answer the question in my mind, and then I would go search for articles to kind of back me up on what I thought. So by Tuesday, I would have my main post already up, because I found in my classes that there was always 1 or 2 students who would always have their main post up by Monday or Tuesday. They weren't waiting until Wednesday. And so you can't see anyone's post until you actually post your post. So I would post my post on Tuesday. Every now and then I would have it up Monday. And after being post for, I think, 30 minutes, because you have up to 30 minutes to edit it, from 30 minutes to an hour, then it opens up where you can see other people post. And so what I would do is, whoever the student is who was like me, who wanted to get a jump on it early, by Monday or Tuesday, I was posting my main post. By Wednesday is when our main post should have been posted, but I was doing my first reply by Wednesday. Whoever did a post that, like, early that week, whoever did a post, I'm replying to them. I wasn't waiting on everybody to put their main post. Whoever had a post up, I was replying to them by Wednesday. By Thursday, no later than Friday, I had my second reply up. If it was replying to that same person who posts that Monday or Tuesday, or if it was replying to somebody else who posts, I would have my second reply up. And so by Friday of that week, I had my discussion board and my main post and my 2 replies up. And I followed that along, and I found that helped me stay on top, because there were other assignments that were due to be turned in by Sunday. All assignments are due in by Sunday, except that last week of every course, it has to be turned in by Friday, because every course ended on a Friday. And so that's how I kind of stayed on top of my discussion posts. So in 310, you have 1 team assignment, which is a group assignment. You have 2 individual assignments, and you have 8 weekly discussion posts. And also in this course, in a lot of the courses, there are group assignments, which y'all know I hated that in the beginning, but I ended up loving it, because there would be certain sections, and we would assign, like, whoever's in a group. The instructors make your group. You don't make your own group. They will assign your groups. We assign what section we're going to do in each project. I did my little 1 section, and I was out of it. You decide who's going to play what part. Like the very first group assignment, I just volunteered to do the PowerPoint myself, because I was going to just go ahead and put myself out there. That way, going forth, I don't have to do the rest of the PowerPoint. I don't have to do that. But I would do the PowerPoint, and then we would have someone who's an editor. They would edit wherever it needs to be edited. So that's how we did. And I found that was so much easier, because I did my part. Whatever my part was, I did it, and then my hands was out of it. And we actually scored at least 95% or higher on every group post in every class that I was in. Okay, so that's 310. Yeah, discussion boards, 1 team assignment, and 2 individual assignments. And let me see, was the individual assignment? Yeah, the 2 of the assignments were papers. The 2 individual assignments were papers. So that is 310. Okay. I believe 320 was my next course, Nursing 320. Okay, Nursing 320 is Health Assessment for Health Promotion. Health Assessment for Health Promotion. That is 320. Like I said, you take 2 courses at a time, or you can do part-time and you can take one course at a time, but it will take you longer to finish the program. It does become a little tedious going forth, because by the time I got to course 5 and 6, I was totally spent. And I'll tell y'all what happened once I got spent. But 320, like I said, you have to do discussion boards on every class. So, okay. Ooh, let me see. So hers is with a different instructor. And it looks like theirs were set up a little different. From what I can remember, in my 320, we had 8 discussion boards. But this one, and every so many classes, they will have, instead of having 8 discussion boards, they will have 3 or 4, because they have more assignments. And so you have to, they give you a little leeway with how many discussions you have to put up, because you have more assignments. So in this syllabus, I don't remember having this on my syllabus for 320. I see they actually have 4 quizzes on here. They have a plan of care, 3 plan of cares, a case study, and 3 biweekly discussions. I'm gonna say this wasn't done in my 320. This is a different instructor than the one that taught my 320. We didn't do all this so I have absolutely no idea what these quizzes are about. We had no quizzes in none of the 10 courses that I did we have a quiz. So this is what this instructor has for her 320. I'm glad I didn't take it under her, because like I said, I had no quizzes in none of my 10 courses. So I don't know what this. And this is a fairly new program. Program only started in 2016. So maybe they're like tweaking things and figuring things out as you go. This program has only been in inception, I think, for the last 5 years. So I guess they're tweaking it as they go. I'm glad I saw this, because I don't want to tell y'all things that was in my course and then it is different, because if you take it under this instructor, apparently you're doing quizzes. Let me see what her quizzes, how much it accounts towards the breakdown of the percentage. Her 4 quizzes are worth 20% total of your overall grade. So that's a lot. All I can say is I'm glad I didn't have that. That wasn't in my 320. And to be honest with y'all, I don't remember what we had to do in 320. Let me see what book is being used. She may even be using a different book. Oh, we had to do this one. They use Bates Nursing Guide to Physical Examination. Yeah, so that's 320. That's from, like I said, this is my friend who sent me this. I don't know. In my 320, we did 8 discussion boards. I can remember that. And I'm pretty sure we had a paper to do. I don't know what this is with these quizzes, y'all. I apologize. Okay. We have Nursing 330, which is a nursing research and evidence-based practice. I remember on this one, we had to do a lot of research. We had to write a paper. We had to do form a PICO question. And a PICO question is essentially a question where you identify a problem in practice. You try to find a solution for it, and you write a goal you write a time frame to achieve that goal, that solution, and you look for evidence-based practice to see if your goal is attainable, if whatever you're doing how should I put it? If whatever you're doing will help attain the goal that you're going for. One of the examples that was used is like readmissions to hospitals. What can be done to kind of scale down readmissions within 30 days to hospitals? So it kind of means that you didn't really take care of it at the hospital like you should have. And I don't really think that's fair, because Y'all, we know people don't go home and they do not follow up on their care a lot of times. They don't finish their medication thoroughly like they're supposed to. Like, they may come to the hospital with raging UTI or, something like that. And then you put them on IV antibiotics, but now they can go on PO antibiotics, and you release them to go home on the PO antibiotics, but they don't finish out the antibiotics. So what's going to happen is that raging UTI is never resolved. So it's going to come back again. Well, they get back admitted to the hospital on that 25th day with that raging UTI again. And it's like the hospital has to I don't know how it works exactly, but they kind of like bite the bullet because they got admitted with something that they discharged less than 30 days with. And that's why I don't think it's fair, because I can kind of tell when I'm giving discharge instructions to some of my patients that they're not even gonna follow through when they go home. They're not gonna follow through. They barely follow through when they're in the hospital. I'm not trying to sound cynical, but like, I have had patients, and I have done a couple of my discussion boards on this. I have had patients in the hospital who came in and they were in medical ICU because they came in with a blood sugar of like 1200 or greater than 900, and they had to be put on insulin drips. And then once they come off the insulin drips, they get put on like the medical surgical floor, and they're just on like subcutaneous under the skin insulin, and they refuse the insulin. They have their family bringing them up 3-piece Bojangles with a biscuit and a sweet tea. They're non-compliant while they're in the hospital. They're upset with you. They don't want you checking their blood sugar. Patient got a right to refuse. So if they refuse these things, then you just let you document all this refusal. You let the doctor know. The doctor sometimes come and talk to them. They still won't do it. So you already know when that patient leave there, they're probably not going to be compliant. They're probably going to leave there and be back within 25 days with elevated blood sugars again. Or sometimes the patients really don't understand the discharge teaching that you're teaching them. They're just going along like, And you got to we got things where we document progressing well with discharge instructions, not progressing well, needs further reinforcement, stuff like that. So there are, that was like one of the PICO questions. What can you do to kind of decrease the number of readmissions for hospital stays, and have a time frame of like 30 days to see if your intervention helped? That's kind of what a PICO question is. We had to do an evaluation. This was a kind of difficult course for me. I'm not gonna lie. This is the same instructor I took it under, and this was kind of difficult. This is one of the courses where I didn't even know what was going on until we were like 3 to 4 weeks in. I was just coasting along, answering discussion questions, coasting along until finally I was like, we in week 4. I got to really get down and dirty with what we need to do in this. And that's how it was in a lot of the courses. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but that's nursing 330. 340 health informatics. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, this was the easiest course for me. All I had to do was 8 discussion boards, and that's the main posts and replies. That instructor didn't require anything else. I got 100% in that class. I remember that's the only 100% I got. I got 100% in that course. That course was so easy. That's basically based off of telehealth, everything health informatics. Technology is really based off that. We did have to write a paper. Do we have to write a paper? We didn't even have to write a paper, y'all. I didn't even have to write a paper in that course. All we did with discussion boards, easiest course, got a straight 100. And if y'all don't know, telehealth is the way that the world is going now. So, like, even myself, I have done some telehealth visits with nurse practitioners at CVS because I didn't have insurance at the time, and I wear contacts, and every so often I overwear my contacts and I'll get eye infections. And quick telehealth visit, I had my eye antibiotics on. That was during that time when I was transitioning from the hospital back to long-term care. I went without insurance, and I needed some eye antibiotics, and I did 2 telehealth visits because it happened to me twice. So that's nursing informatics. Like I said, the easiest course to me for the instructor that I took it under. That's all she required, but I see different instructors require different things. 430 is health promotion across the lifespan. I don't know what I did in that course. Let me see if my friend sent me the syllabus for that. Y'all, I don't have the syllabus. Let me see if it's somewhere in my email. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what we did in this course. Health promotion across the lifespan. I'm thinking it's about, I know I had to do a paper in it. That's all I remember because I had to do a paper in almost every course except for the informatics. I'm pretty sure I had to do a paper in this course. I'm pretty sure we had to do 8 discussion boards. And I'm pretty sure this was about promoting good health from we really dealt with adults. We didn't really deal with peds too much, but it's across the lifespan. So it probably was across from immunizations for children to late adulthood to geriatric age. That's really all I can tell y'all because I have no idea